The work of Amistad International began in 1980, when Karen Katoski traveled into a remote region of Mexico's Sierra Madre. Meeting the Huichol Indian people for the first time, Karen felt moved to ask family and friends at home for money to get food and water for the Huichol. Eventually, Karen and friends formed Amistad International to connect generous people with worthy recipients of their gifts. The mission to the Huichol continues as Amistad's flagship program. Amistad partners in a very successful flying medical and dental clinic program and air ambulance service. This partnership has given us new opportunities for service. We have trained teachers in sustainable agriculture, built libraries, funded small family businesses, installed nearly 24 water systems, provided an education for Huichol youth, airlifted massive amounts of food, served 46,000 hot meals each year in Huichol schools, and supplied medicines for government clinics. After working only in Mexico for many years, new doors opened up for Amistad. On a visit to Zimbabwe, Office Secretary Paula Lean's heart had been touched by seeing orphan children in rags, without shoes, malnourished and ill. HIV/AIDS had devastated the population and unemployment was above 80%. In 1980, Paula began working with Zimbabwe's poor. With Amistad's sponsorship, she opened Murwira Orphanage in 2006. In addition to homes for children orphaned by HIV/AIDS, Paula provides a hot meal for children and widows and employment in orchards and gardens. Paula has given away over 1 million items of clothing, organized the digging of countless wells and dams, and the planting of over 5,000 fruit trees. Even as a girl, Rajan Kaur would awaken before her mother to gather food and clothes to give to beggars. After completing a degree from Calcutta University in 1993, she married and moved to Varanasi to teach in a prestigious school. But when she returned home after work, Rajan invited beggars' children into her front yard and taught them to read, write, and do mathematics. The parents of these children were lepers, rickshaw drivers, sweepers, cow dung collectors, or weavers who couldn't survive on what they earned. Some threatened their children with beatings if they didn't beg enough money for dinner. The poorest children cooked rats and snakes over open fires. In 2003, Rajan and her husband opened the Buddha's Smile School for untouchable caste children. With Amistad's sponsorship, Buddha's Smile teaches 220 children and serves 53,000 hot meals every year. Thanks to our donors, students receive assistance with books and transportation and a new uniform so they needn't come to school in rags. In 2005, Amistad helped social worker Urmi Basu open Shoma Home, a refuge for the daughters of prostitutes in Kolkata's red light district. These girls are often forced into prostitution when they near puberty. But in the protective environment of Shoma Home, the girls thrive. Many have excelled in school. Because the girls are of the lowest caste and have no dowry, they are considered unmarriageable. Urmi hopes to develop small businesses for them, such as a florist shop and bakery. Mongolia has become a new field of work for Amistad. In the Gobi Desert, Amistad helps social worker Urka Bandi with a school and a daily meal for children of poor nomadic families. When nomads come to Mongolia's capital, Ulaanbaatar, seeking work, their children are excluded from the local public schools. Amistad supports the free private Akhlal school, founded by Azea, a remarkable teacher with vision and fierce dedication. Amistad helped Akhlal school open a daycare center for the younger siblings of the students and built a play art center for the school. In Amri, Kenya, a pastor challenged his impoverished church members to help those even poorer than themselves, such as AIDS orphans, children of refugees, and homeless abused children. In 2005, Amistad helped the church remodel an abandoned building into Amory School, which they've already filled. There are 9 teachers and 1 cook for 80 students. Amistad provides teachers stipends, 1 hot meal a day, textbooks, and pencils. For some children, the Amistad meal is their only food all day. Also in Kenya, Amistad funds a micro-enterprise loan program benefiting nearly 500 small startup businesses. An entrepreneur can borrow up to $100. We've helped start businesses for drying fish, selling grain and produce, making bricks, sewing and tailoring, bicycle repair, and kiosk stores. Over the years, Amistad's reach has expanded around the globe. In Kenya's Meru district, we support teacher and activist Margaret Ikiara as she educates about female genital mutilation. In Johannesburg, we fund the Lambano Sanctuary for children with HIV/AIDS. In China, we're part of a program to help children visit their mothers in prison. With our support, volunteer Dr. Scott Nelson conducts an orthopedic surgery program in the Dominican Republic. With the help of missionary physician Dr. James Apple, Amistad is bringing the first AIDS medicines to Beret Hospital in the country of Chad. These things have happened not because of Amistad, but because of the generosity of Amistad's philanthropic partners, kind men and women motivated to share their blessings. Each class, each doctor's appointment, each article of clothing looks forward to the day when there will be no hunger and no poverty.
When you look around at all the problems in this old world today, and you see the pain and all the sorrow, it makes all of us realize we're gentle, young and old alike. There must be, oh, there got to be, well, a higher way. Well, there must be, oh, a higher way. Ooh.
You know, it really doesn't matter what nation or color.
Oh, yeah.
We must work together to change our world. It's love in our hearts that makes a difference. It can make the world a better place. Love, we will find a higher way.
Find a higher way.
We can find a higher way.
Oh, yes, we know.
With love in our hearts, we can change tomorrow.
In spite of the pain and sorrow, time to pull together.
We must realize
Reach up for